It's Friday morning and I had a doctor's appointment, but early this morning, the doctor's office called me and said, you had an appointment with Dr. so and so this morning at 9:45. And I said, yes. She said, unfortunately, your doctor, canceled, rebooked. So annoying. She's probably just taking an extra long weekend. That's what I think. Gail, who I talked to later, said that's absolutely unprofessional. In all her years, she would never have done something like that. She said, this is a doctor. I'm sorry, yes, their husband and wife are both doctors at the same medical clinic. But if your child is sick, you can't keep taking the time off. You have to have someone who will take care of your child while you go to work. That's just not done. Doctors don't do that. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, so Gail was supposed to come at 9:15, and we were supposed to. I was going to get a lift with her, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. So she came by later because I eventually ended up calling her, saying canceled and so on and so forth. She said, I could hear it on your voice and the message you left that you were annoyed. Yeah, this is. And she said, yeah, just imagine all the other people who took off work to get a doctor's appointment and things like that, and this is canceled now. Not very professional, not when it comes to being a doctor. No. So, yeah, she was not impressed. I was not impressed, she was not impressed. Yeah, can you, really? You have to sit right there, do you? How about your ear? Anyway, I ended up walking around the block this morning because I thought I could, I thought I didn't have Gail's phone number. Why I thought that, I don't know, because I have Gail's phone number. Anyway, I ended up phoning Kim because I have Kim's phone number, I knew, and asking her what Gail's phone number was. Which was useless because I have Gail's phone number. Because after I talked to Kim, got the phone number, I said, let me put this into my contacts for Gail. And there was her phone number, the one that Kim had given me. So at some point, we obviously got this done. Anyway, I walked around the block. I thought by putting on long sleeves, my jean jacket, that I would... why are you poking me in the stomach? Would do well enough for clothing. Now it's 11, but obviously at that time it's not that it's cold, it's windy, right? Yeah, so it was very unpleasant. I was very cold, so I just went around the block. Because I had a bunch, so I thought I would run into Gail giving her dogs a walk, but obviously she didn't think getting up that early to give her dogs a walk was necessary. I'm bad on timing. Other people's timing. So I went around the block, found it was cold, went home. Yesterday, the excitement of yesterday. Dun, dun, dun. It was yesterday and it was exciting because my, yes, I should show you the full extent of what I'm talking about. Okay, hold. Don't touch it. That went well. Thank you, Julia, for leaving. No, I just fell over. So I have here my walking sticks. There. And I haven't been using them for the last couple of days because the tips are worn out. So here is a walking stick tip. And if you look carefully, the tips have holes in them. Yep. So that's what all the clicking was about. So I thought, I need new tips. I need better tips because I don't go walking on trails a lot. I'm a road person, and I will continue to be a road person even when I get to Embla. So, because there are lots of roads, and I don't need to, well, I can find a trail, I'm sure, but mainly there are roads. Hey, can you get off that? Just get off. I know it's a scary thing, and you should be scared, yeah. So I got new tips, and they came yesterday. They got delivered yesterday evening just as the kids were leaving, and they look like this. Are they not better? Of course they are better. Compared to this, okay, with a hole in it, this is a super duper tip. And I can feel it already, it works excellent. I've changed, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. They're the same. I'm excited to use them. So I have new tips for my walking sticks. Be scared, Julia. Be very scared. Yeah, so that's my excitement. I know it's not going to get any warmer, but I hope it gets less windy. Perhaps later in the day I'll go walking. My new tips, yay! So that's my excitement for. I thought that I would have to get my son. I watched a video where one guy had a tool, and he had to get the tip off of his walking stick, and it was difficult, and he was going like, it was not an easy process. I went onto YouTube. No, I didn't. I went onto the internet anyway, and I said, how to get the tip off your walking stick. No, but let me just get more instructions, more, And they said, this is how they're put on. It's, they're suction, and all you need to do is twist and pull. It was easy. It was so easy. I twisted and pulled and they came off. So I twisted and pushed and they went on, and I got walking sticks that work. Yes. Okay. This is really exciting. I like my walking sticks. No problem walking without them, but I like my walking sticks, and they're very nice and useful. And so that's that. That was my excitement. Doctor's appointment changed to next week, and walking sticks fixed, and knowledge acquired. It's easy. And I'm stocked up. I have a whole bag of walking sticks. Yes. I thought, this is how many they have in stock. Let me take them all. Because, I'm going to be walking. Need tips. So, there we go. They'll fall over if I do that, but I'll hold for a while. They're rather nice. You're going to fall over, aren't you? See, they have these cork handles. They're adjustable according to your height. And yeah. Mine aren't, they're not very expensive. Anti-shock, apparently. Anti-shock. So why they go click? I don't know. Outbound. Anti-shock. $30. Not expensive. Something like this only costs $30. Yeah. I was not upset at paying that much for them. I thought that was worth it. And it has been worth it. They're great. And they're pretty. And now they have extra tough tips. Yeah, so I will go walking with them later on. So cool, so cool. Anyway, so I came back home going brrr, and then Gail came by. She sent me, she responded to my phone call with an email saying, what the heck? Yeah, cancellation, what the heck? Actually, I sent her an email and she got my message too. So she came by early, actually, because we were all early because, you know, we thought we had places to go. But so she came by early. She says, it's too cold. See, we're Canadian, and when it is, you know, 10 degrees in October and windy, we go, it's too cold to go outside. And then when it's, you know, minus 10 in January, we go, no, we can go out in this. We have to do things outside. But no, 10 in October is just not reasonable. Anyway, we gathered, we huddled together in the breezeway and you know, voiced our disappointment at the unprofessionalism of my doctor. So we chatted for a while, and that was that. I didn't tell her about my, well, maybe yes, I did. I did tell her that I got an appointment, and I told her, yeah, it's a more reasonable time, 10 o'clock. Is that what I told her that? Anyway, whatever. We can see what we do next week. We won't worry about that this week. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and no need to worry about that. So I came home, and she went away, and I came inside and made my coffee without my son. I made my son coffee with my son. My son sent a wonderful picture of Tanner basking in the morning sunshine on his beautiful window overlooking the farmer's field. Oh, I wish I were there. So they spent their first night there with their 2 cats and dog. And obviously the cats are happy already. Then I went back to doing what I've been doing lately. I've discovered a YouTuber that I enjoy the videos of, whose videos I enjoy. I am an English teacher, okay? An ESL teacher, English as a second language. I taught English to immigrants. I've always known immigrants all my life. My parents, all my relatives that live here were all immigrants, and they all had issues with English. And me being born here, I never had any issues with English. So I always wanted, you know, to help, because later on in life I worked with people who didn't have English as their first language, and I always felt the need to help them in a pleasant way, which is why I became an English teacher. Anyway, so English, however, is the critical part of this. It's not the helping people with their English that I really enjoy, it's the English that I enjoy. I love the English language. I have read books all my life, and I really enjoy speaking English well. And so whenever something comes up about English, I zoom in on it and I check it out. And I recently, for some reason, probably it was suggested to me by YouTube. And this came up, this guy who lives in the United States, and his name is Lawrence Brown. And he is from Great Britain. He's from England. And he has lived in the United States for a few years, many years. And he likes to contrast, show the difference between British English and American English, or living in Britain, living in the United States, so on and so forth. So I've been watching his videos and they're kind of fun. So that's what I went back to. You know, like American place names, and you know, why do Americans do this, and the way American humor and British humor is different, all that stuff. Yeah, so that's how I'm amusing myself. And it's 10:49. Usually Gail leaves around 10:30, so I'm really behind, really ahead. I will have so much more time today because I didn't go for a walk. Wow. That used to be thick, and that is thick, hard rubber. And there's a hole in it. Ow. Plus, I hurt my finger last week. And I burned it, actually. And I finally decided to put a Band-Aid on it last night. So I just replaced the Band-Aid. That's the polysporin coming through, not blood. It's never bled. It was a burn, not a cut. And yeah, it was a burn, not a cut. So that's it. The kids are coming over today, but they haven't told me yet when they're coming, so they're obviously not on the way. I had a comment here that I was going to ask for the tool that I needed to take my tips off, but I obviously don't need to take my tips off with that tool because, one, I don't have it. Well, I know I don't have that tool, but I don't need a tool. It's much easier. So my son sent a beautiful picture of Tanner on the windowsill of their home, overlooking the farmer's field. It's just gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful picture. Brings tears to my eyes. No, it doesn't. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. We have to get name tags. Name tags, yes. Wonder if I can get those online, because no, that's not them here. Who's, oh, that's the lady across the street. I want to see her daughter. God. It's going to be much quieter in Embro. Yes, much quieter in Embro.